So the car's started. The car's been starting fine. We will see. Time to hit boobies. Chest day. Probably gonna have to hit that flat bench machine because it was incredible. And then maybe incline to finish it off, or incline first and then flat machine like last time, or palms together dumbbell chest flat bench. I don't know if I want to do that though, because for that I'll need to go get a flat bench, and I don't know if I want to go get a flat bench. It will depend what the gym looks like. Friday, 5 o'clock, you never know, you know? Typically, it's definitely not going to be like a Monday, and 5 o'clock's a little bit better than 6, a little bit worse than 7, maybe a little bit worse than 7:30, probably about the same as 7. Different crowd, though. Different vibes. I don't give a shit about the vibes, though. That's one thing I don't understand, Sam Sulek's, which, bro, I haven't watched any Sam Sulek videos in a fat minute. I learned about everything I can from the guy. He's not a fucking genius. He's very dedicated, and he's doing the right things for the most part, from what I can see. But, you know, it's not like he's a fucking guru. And it's not like you'll ever, well, I don't want to say that. You will do pretty damn good following the people that do really well. But let's be honest. Why would we follow if you're, I'm not saying for motivation or anything, but if you're like, I need to learn because I have a lack of knowledge on this subject, why are you going to go to an up-and-comer? Why wouldn't you go to a solidified source? You know what I mean? Like, if you want to get huge, go talk to people that have gotten huge. Because sometimes people do the wrong thing for a while, don't realize it, and then figure it out. I don't like to listen to a lot of advice on bulking from anyone. Like, I commented on a dude said his bulk was, I can't remember what he said he wanted to get. I want to say 180, but it might have not even been that much. But he was like, my bulk's, I want to get it to, it was probably around 180, and I was like, let's get 200. I think I actually said let's get 220, because I said, how tall are you? And he said 6'1". And I said, let's get 220. And then he replied like a long time after, like, 220. And I was like, yeah, bro, my bulk was to 170, and you got 7 inches of vertical height on me. You know how much 7 inches of vertical height is in weight? Like, bro, it's gotta be like at least 10, 15 to 20 pounds per inch, right? Maybe not, but I think it's gotta be at least 10, dude. So you need 70 pounds on me, bro. And that's not hard to fucking do, given the fact that I'm 160 right now. That's 210. That's below what I even said to get to. Yeah, I don't know. Some people just don't seem to realize that, like, there's no weight that you're gonna look big and lean. That's not a, there's no weight that you can just stay at to where, like, oh, I'm athletic. No, dude. The type of people, a lot of people like to look at fighters and go, like, I want to get like that. And literally, I've seen 2 body types of fighters, and one is rail fucking thin, so far from a bodybuilder gym rat ever. Like, I'm talking early McGregor, Sean, why am I blanking on this dude's name right now? Sean O'Malley. Very skinny dudes, All right, I'm not saying they don't go to the gym, but I'm saying they're very fucking skinny dudes for their height. That's just unarguable. And then you have other people like, for whatever reason, Silva's like the only one that I can think of right now. Chael Sonnen is not exactly a bad example of people who are bigger in a higher weight class, but dude, they're never lean, and if they're lean, it's just for the fight, like a bodybuilder getting lean for the show. They're not just like that. And the ones that have noticeable muscle, like you can see that they work out even though they're skinny. They work out like sociopaths all the time. It's hours a day, dude. It's like the only way to keep that much inflammation, volume, and cardio to stay lean. Like there's only so many ways you can do it. So to all the people that don't like the whole bulk cut phase, as long as you want to look average all the time, go for it. But if you don't want to look average all the time and you're okay with the trade-off of sometimes I look jacked and swole and sometimes I look shredded, and there's actually going to be like an almost equal portion of time in between those two where you're getting to the state, you just got to trust the process, you know what I mean? It's a cliche, but I mean, I didn't wake up one day 170, but when I did wake up 170, I was happy. Didn't matter if I had a belly or not. Holy shit. Good chest workout. Some fucking old dude, not even old, like, what am I saying, old dude? Just a guy, an adult, a fucking adult human male was on the incline bench. He did like maybe 4 fucking sets during my entire goddamn workout. I don't even know how that's fucking possible. Dude was just like doing a bunch of random shit, anything other than fucking using the bench. Shit is crazy. I never know. You can never see a car there. This parking lot is so shit, but there's that. Oh, that's why there's the stop line there. Yeah, that makes sense. I was always wondering why that stop sign was there. You don't care about this. Anyway, so because of this dumbass just fucking taking forever doing random dumbbell shit, like, I don't know, dude. Just go to the fucking gym, pick a machine, and fucking do it for 20 minutes, and then that's it. It's literally that fucking easy. But no one listens to Turtle. So, but what did I do? I did the flat bench machine to start with. Lightweight today, went plate 25. Wait, was that? Yeah, plate 25. Repped it out good though. Like stupid stretch. As stupid as it pretty much gets. And then after that, what did I fucking do? I did the incline machine after that, which kind of sucks. So I only did like 2 sets of that, maybe 3, and then I did 2 sets of flies on the pec deck. And I'm not really like that is the best version of flies that you can do. I'm just not a fly fanatic. It's probably the best way to phrase that. There's like it's a good workout, but I did not get to do the palms together dumbbell press. So that's lame. But it felt like a good workout. I got some good round boobage after that. Except for my left, like my left chest isn't as round as like my right chest. You know how your chest, like it's two different, or there's three heads. I don't know how it works, but you know how people have that crease. Sometimes when you're really lean, you see that crease in people's pecs where it's like the separation. Oh, like I feel like my left pec doesn't. It wants to choose one or the other when I'm flexing, as opposed to just flex them all together. I don't know how that works, but I was looking, and when I look down like this, the mid pec on my right side pops out a little bit further. It's a little bit more rounded of a pec than my left pec, and I want both my boobs like that because it's very round and voluptuous. I like it. But I drank a big ass glob of honey before the gym today, right? And that essentially took care of the pump problem. Every once in a while, I'll be in traffic, and I don't really care about what people are looking at me thinking. But every once in a while, someone will just like glance over, and I don't know. It's not like I'm insecure, but it what it feels like is they're addressing me person to person out in public, and I'm not, and I'm like ignoring it to talk to my phone self. It's very strange. I don't know. It's a weird feeling. Kid wheeling in the middle of the road. Hell yeah. Get it, bro. That's the illegal activity I fuck with, man. Go ride your definitely not registered bicycle. Because who the fuck made it a rule to register bicycles? What the fuck are we doing? Seriously, what the fuck are we doing? Why do I need to get my bicycle registered? Like, it's a rule. I don't know if it's state to state, but like, you're supposed to. A cop can pull you over on a bike. Is that not the gayest thing you've ever heard in your life? How you gonna get pulled over on a bike? A. Who pulls over someone on a bike? B. There's so many unanswered questions. So many unanswered questions. Should I buy pre-rolls dusted in THC dust? Let me know in the comments. They're cheap, so I'll buy them if one person says to buy them. I'm probably gonna buy them anyway. But oh man, I'm tired. Time to get some pro tizzle. Whew. I'm definitely going to get back to essentially just doing 8 to 12 sets of failure per muscle. 8 could be for like chest days or arm days. I could easily do 8 sets each and be fine. But for something like shoulder day or back day, probably going to split it up. You might not understand shoulder because it's not super large like back, but for shoulder, I would want to do like honestly maybe 6 or 7 sets of each rear delt and mid delt, because you really don't get any rear delt when you're doing laterals, and you really don't get any laterals when you're doing rear delt. So it's shoulder, but there's no compounding help